Hey, can you draw me?
Do you have money?
So
I can for $20.
Hey, what you drawing?
Oh, wouldn't you know it? I'm drawing my OCs.
Whoa!
Short for original characters.
Whoa! Hello.
Hi.
We are in a different format.
We are.
Yeah. So what is different? What do you think is?
We are not in the front. We are at your computer.
Yeah.
Your drawing tablet, which is way
Yes.
cooler than mine, way more advanced. And I'm going to draw you. And for the 12 people who watch this,
There's like 100. There's like 100 of them.
every now and again.
Loyal fans. Hello.
Hello.
You're new.
I am new.
You're new to the show, and you've seen it before.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. What are you gonna draw for us today?
I'm going to be drawing one of my many characters, Eve, from a story I titled so far Eden.
So we had some technical issues.
We did, as
So-
is with life.
Yeah. So you're going to be drawing traditionally.
Yes,
Yeah.
on paper, like they did in the olden days.
Yeah. Before we had iPhone and hot chip
And lie.
and lie.
Before we knew how to lie.
So zoom in on this character you've drawn. So
Yeah.
you're a bit of a traditional artist, a little bit.
I am still trying to transfer my traditional skills to digital. I'm still learning how to.
Yeah.
Especially with just working with an iPad at the moment and Procreate. That's all I have traditionally. I actually first drew her in Procreate, although it's not my, and I've been trying to get her down. There we go.
So you drew this in Procreate, right?
I drew her first in Procreate, and then I've been trying to get her style down in both traditional and digital. But right now I've been having a bit more success with traditional.
What type of story do you want to tell with her? What is her personality? Who is she?
So that's several questions.
Who is she?
Who is she?
Who is she? Who is this person?
Well, like many characters, Eve is what you would call kind of a torture baby. But I promise she gets a happy ending.
Oh, yay.
Eve starts her story being raised in the cult. So original.
Oh, okay.
Actually, her story can be summarized through what I like to call her different eras. Her first era.
Taylor Swift?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them is actually named after a musician.
Wait, really?
Yes, her first era, I like to call her pageant baby era. Second era, kind of like on the road. Her third era, chaperone.
You mentioned that before, yeah.
Yeah, chaperone era.
Chaperone era. Why is her third era the chaperone era?
That is because, quite literally, in Pink Pony Club, it's Pink Pony Club.
It's Pink Pony
She's
Club?
running away. She's
To
gotta
join the Pink Pony Club?
to join the Pink Pony Club. She literally just gets adopted by like a drag queen and like 2 other
That's
sapphics.
fire. There was a drag show in town a few days ago. It was pretty cool. Tell me about your characters.
Oh, of course. So, I'm a big fan of like Victorian literature, like early, like classic, like Dracula, Frankenstein, Jekyll and Hyde, like those kind of stories.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make a story kind of going off that. And so my story is about if these classic characters, because a lot of these stories are really about like immortality, like Dorian Gray, he has a painting and now he can live forever. And I like that, and I was like, that's weird that a lot of these Victorian stories are about immortality. So my story There is a continent ruled by these immortals, which are inspired. So, like, one of the rulers is Dracula, one of them is Frankenstein. And people come from near and far to try and also become immortal, like for them to somehow gain this immortality that they have. And so, our main character here, that I'm also sketching over here, is Jade. She is from another continent, and she's come to the main continent of the story that isn't named, sorry guys, in hopes of achieving the same immortality so that she may live forever too.
So tell us a bit about your character and your inspirations.
I think I just made her on a whim. I cannot remember. I've been wanting to make an OC for a while. I've never had the time. My brain has had too many ideas. She is already not coming out. I don't know. Her design is constantly changing, but not changing.
Well, she is like a slime character.
She is.
Let's go back to the beginning eras, though. What are the first couple eras?
Like I said, she was racing the cold. Her pageant baby era. Her mom did not really care for her. Did not care for her. Her dad went into full girl dad mode, except more like...
And explain girl dad for me.
So, girl dad in this context, I don't mean like joining in on the tea parties. I mean more like protect your innocence, be as hyper feminine as possible.
Yeah.
He's a cult leader.
Kind of like
He's
the opposite of the boy mom, basically. Which again, doesn't mean that you are a mother who raises sons. It means you are a mother who is obsessed with the idea of having boys as your sons and being jealous of like their girlfriends when they grow up and stuff along those lines.
We love misogyny.
Yeah, basically. So she was basically, when you say, was she in pageants as a baby?
She was the cult princess.
She
was the pageant.
Yeah.
No one was allowed to talk to her. The Jews just waited and served on at all times, and then when her dad was just done for the day, just put her back in her room.
Put her back in her box.
Put the doll back in the box.
The reason she doesn't have a name is because I can't think of like apocalyptic names that well. So basically, I like to feel like...
So she lives in an apocalyptic world.
Apocalyptic, far future, humans are gone. And, inanimate objects / animals have kind of evolved. Not in an all tomorrows kind of way, but more in like a BoJack Horseman kind of way, but not really. And they can talk and are more human-ish now.
Yeah. So,
and I like to think the same goes for inanimate objects like slime and rocks and bucket grass.
Like, so is she like some sort of goo mold? There was a scientific study about slime, orange slime, I think specifically, where they'd put it in a maze and it would find things very well, which is kind of freaky.
I have never heard of that, but that is freaky. I also like that.
Do you think she's like that, or do you think she's more like water slime? Or
I want to say, like, the thing is, I don't like touching slime. I remember when the slime craze was a thing, I hated it.
Oh yeah, I don't like slime.
I don't like this touch.
Oh, you're talking about like that type of slime. Is she that type of slime?
She might be, because I always forget that there like are types of slime constantly.
She decides to join a circus.
Oh.
Because she's like, wow, they're already traveling around the country anyways. I can help. And so it's about her traveling across this continent in a circus. That's one of the that's another character that I didn't fully finish coloring in the little cap yet. She's the main star of the circus, and so they kind of bond and kind of become friends.
So she joins a circus basically, and it's an immortality circus?
No. Basically, in this continent, there is 6 immortal rulers, each
Okay.
based off Victorian literature.
Okay.
And some of these Victorian rulers, if they find you cool enough, will give you a part of their immortality so that you may live forever. But it's so rare.
Yeah.
And it's so vied after.
Yeah.
And so essentially a bunch of tourists come in being like, I can get immortality.
No.
And then no, they usually
Is this
just
based off of
die.
the American Dream kind of a little bit or no?
A little bit, you know,
Yeah.
because it's about, you know, but even worse. An
Okay.
even worser version of that, if you
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
So it's about all these people from a different continent being like, immortality, I can do whatever I want forever.
Yeah.
Because, you know, almost everyone fears death.
Yeah.
And so they come to this continent not knowing a lot
Mm-hmm.
and kind of being unprepared.
Yeah.
And then they usually die.
Yeah.
But our main character, she's a little thinker.
She's a little
thinker.
Give me the second era after the cult.
On the road again. Hopefully you don't get copyright for me. Just
No, you're good. You're good.
like just singing that a little bit.
No, you
I
don't.
know. In On the Road era, that's when her mom just
Sorry.
kind of being petty towards her dad
Mhm.
was like, okay, I'm gonna leave, but not only am I gonna leave,
Mhm.
I'm gonna take your most valued possession.
Mhm.
That was Eve. Yep.
Oh.
Just took off and ran. Did I mention that they're vampires? I'm so sorry. It's just like such a long stretch of time because these vampires age with their mental, emotional growth,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and Eve being kept in sort of like that. I cannot get her eyes right. In this like
That's so
sort of
real.
doll baby sort
Mhm.
of era. Kept her
Mhm.
as a child for like a really long time, like decades. She was a
Yeah.
child.
Mhm.
And
Do you think that represents something, or like people being infantilized or put in situations?
definitely infantilized, and also just rich kids, because
Yeah.
this also age thing has to do with vampires in general and how they're
Mhm.
used to represent aristocrats. And what
Yeah.
do rich kids do a lot of the time? Get in trouble,
Yeah.
cry to their parents,
Mhm.
and then get out of trouble.
Yeah.
They are just smothered and shit.
Yeah,
And-
there's a reason why we say that rich people are generally speaking spoiled, because
Mhm.
it's not just that they're given nice things, but it's also that they don't get the same consequences that like somebody from a lower class would get.
And I like to think I was a bit, kind of might have something like, you know how Reid Richards can stretch constantly? Do you know
I
Reid
don't know that character.
You don't know it! Like, I need to leave.
No, wait, no.
You don't!
I don't leave, please.
You don't like the man in the suit. You don't know Reid Richards, who, even if you're not into Marvel, I feel like everyone knows Reid Richards.
I'm not into Marvel. Wait, did he play somebody or is he somebody?
He is somebody in the Marvel universe, so basically, he has the power. Do you know Spinell from Steven Universe? Please tell me that.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
That is that. It's the power to stretch constantly.
Oh, yeah.
It's that.
Mm-hmm.
And he always does it. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like Jake the Dog / Reid Richards.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to think she has those kind of powers.
So she can just like stretch out if she wants. She's like Elastigirl, kind of.
Or yeah, like that. Yeah.
The whole story
Mm-hmm.
is kind of about how humans aren't really supposed to be remembered, grand scheme. I mean, like,
Yeah.
who made the TV? Okay, but do we use the TV
Yeah.
as some like TV subsidiary every
Mhm.
single day?
Yeah.
So the creator of the TV is essentially immortal, even though
Yeah.
we may not know his name.
Mm-hmm.
His legacy is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think the kindness we give each other and, you know, we show each other has its own
Mhm.
type of lasting effect rather than like
Mm-hmm.
being remembered forever. I'd rather make an impact on the people here and now
Mm-hmm.
because I think that will last a long time too. If I'm kind to you, perhaps you'll be kind to another person
Mhm.
and another person.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot more kindness to go around rather than being like, I need to make something so I can be remembered for eons to come. I'd rather just be nice to you.
That's fair.
Great if you can have both, but if I had to pick one of the two, I think I'd rather focus on spreading joy in the world here and now.
Then, like, you would rather have make sure that future humans, generally speaking, are having a better time than they would, less generational trauma than necessarily you being known for inventing a hat.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What are your socials?
My socials, I haven't posted on Instagram in a long time, but I really should start posting on Instagram again. My Instagram, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's no capitals, Puli Piero. Big fan of clowns. Big fan of clowns.
You like?
I'm making my characters in a circus.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe you put together.
Yeah, no, you like
I
clowns.
like clowns.
You like clowns.
No one's clowning it on Alfred State Campus like I'm clowning it on Alfred
You're
State
clowning
Campus.
Around.
I don't know what's going on Alfred U.
Yeah.
But as far as this campus is concerned, I'm dedicated to the clowns. I'm like my own circus.
Yes.
And then on Twitter, I really don't post on Twitter, but if you want, I am once again Puli Piero. On most socials, I am Puli Piero. If you look up Puli and Piero, I am Puli Piero on almost every social. That is just the standard of my social.
I would like to promote mostly my YouTube, which is called King of Luster, no space. I also have an Instagram of the same name, but it's dead.
Oh yeah.
I haven't uploaded in ages, but I do upload a lot of my work that I do here at school. So, and hopefully just other stuff on the side that I do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah.
My YouTube is at rybread1 or 118, and that usually is the same for my TikTok. Yeah. And that should be the same for my Instagram.
So it's rye bread and 6 ones.
And 6 ones. I tried to put 118, which is my birthday, but I think that was already taken. So it had to, but everything else it should be 118 or 1. So I also have a YouTube channel. I'm hoping to release a video, if I get all my homework done like a 20-year-old, is, you know how people constantly say, can an artist lose skill over time?
Yeah.
And I feel like that just kind of happens if you don't practice.
Of course.
Constantly. And it's what you practice. I want to go on the other end of the spectrum. And can someone never ever get better, basically via like ego? I will also be at Hot Dog Day, which is April.
That's true.
I will.
I'll put the date of Hot Dog Day. You should be there. I
You
will
should.
be there. And I will interview random people at Hot Dog Day.
I will be a vendor. I will be selling stuff. Please, I have a child to feed. I have a cat to feed. Please, 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 I'm poor. Buy my stuff.
And get interviewed by me at Hot Dog Day.